advantage of a transition opportunity.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. And then Griffin with the dunk.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
O'Keefe. The shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. Outside Robinson. He dishes it to Murray. The shot from 20 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
He gets it in there.
Yeah, but he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
And there's the pass to Zizic. And out of bounds is the Magic. Will gain possession.
Now a moment to see the numbers for Gary Harris. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Hands it from downtown.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Up top, Griffin. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Wizards in Washington. The finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket, and don't let them set up the defense.
Murray dishes to Griffin. Inside. Here's Zizic. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision. Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
And how about the excellent court? Just keeping the defense off balance.
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. It's the Magic running away with this one. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. That is the thing I play like when I know for it.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness to come away with those steals.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so, in the game for the Magic, the Nuggets shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Ball's not loose. To the inside. Whoa!
Hey, watch out. Watch out.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Knight kicks to Jokic for three. Here's Heaton. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Jokic grabs the miss.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside. but he can't get it going here. And, you know, for Nikola Jokic, I mean, the team is relying on him more and more now, and he's earned that kind of trust, and expectations are big every night. One thing he's got to get better at, though, is not getting down on himself when he makes mistakes. He's got to stay positive.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Here's Lowe from outside off the mark. And talking about Jokic, a fun-loving guy by nature, his teammates are trying to help him stay positive.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy. He gets frustrated, and then things start to unravel on him. His coach said, I don't want him feeling like it's all on him. Can't put that kind of pressure on himself. The message to Jokic, keep it simple. Keep it plain. Don't overthink it.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, this is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game. He feels that staying calm can succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Offensive rebound. And another shot. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Head coaches obviously get the attention in all sports, Clark, but the assistants also play very big roles. How do you build chemistry as a coaching staff?
You know, I've never coached, but I've watched a lot of coaches. I think first and foremost, you appreciate your assistant coaches, and then you give them room to grow and develop as coaches. And you share with them the building of the team and the coaching of the team. And that, to me, I think, if you serve your assistant coaches as they're serving you, I think that's how you build the best chemistry.
And loyalty's got to be big among that group on that sideline, doesn't it? Loyal to each other.
Big time. Loyalty to one another, and then also a common focus on really serving the players to the best of their ability collectively.
Eaton the pass to Jokic. Here's White. And again, Denver no good.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And looking at that Lakers matchup, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Passes it to Jokic. Makes it off the glass. And now that's 35 points for money.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
They get a hand on it. Here's Zagoratz. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The feed to White. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And, you know, these are easy ones. Once you're this close, it's academic.
Here's Orlando now. They're on a 17-7 run. Money. Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Porter. Outside, White. Here's Jokic. No good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Moving it around, 8 of the last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
The Magic have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Here's Fox. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
Here's Money. It's deflected. Here's the break. The wide open look here for Fox. Orlando grabs the miss.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Doesn't go that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Here's Money. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And wasting no time in transition, really pushing the pace.
And, you know, when the defense doesn't have time to set up, it really does make scoring a lot easier.
Fox kicks to Porter. Pass to Zizic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago. An average number in that regard.
He misses the free throw. Denver making a switch here. And he's good on the second. Orlando's gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Here's Money.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
That's tipped. Here's the break. Goes up. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And again, Denver, no good.
And I think these are the shots he's got to avoid taking. I mean, already struggling. He's not helping his team right now looking at those shots. Shot, Tony.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Yeah, you know, he had a lot of misses for him. And it looked to me as though he just never was comfortable from the foul line. And, guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk. And it lasted all season.
Denver making a switch here. Harris is checked in. To the paint. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by the Magic. Here's Collinsworth. Traps in the tray. Collinsworth's got 11 points.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game. But he's turned it on here in the second.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Robinson kicks to Zizic. Murray for 3. Collinsworth grabs the board.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this quarter.
He gets that one. 47 points for Money.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Heights checked in for Jamal Murray. On defense, the Magic. Down low, shot to stop the run, and Knight lays it in. Knight's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
Knocked away. Here we go, one-on-one. Some solid defense from Knight. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for Denver. Robinson goes in. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Orlando's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Throws it up high and stolen by Knight. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. And now Orlando on the break. Count that bucket. 8 points for him.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Denver shooting a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. Inside. Cuts off the pass. Pinson puts it up from 12. O'Keefe. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Denver. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Knight finds Jokic. Back to Knight from deep. Wiley with the rebound. Wiley's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. To the middle, deflects the pass. Jokic with the steal. And 1:01 left in the first half. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's a shot chart now, getting a better perspective on where he's been shooting the ball from.
And the work he's doing from deep has been fun to watch. Great looks, and he's knocking them down. His ability and threat to drop those long-range bombs on a defense really makes their offense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Knight. Knight hits them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
To the paint, Jokic. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Jokic just got his second bucket of the night.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's Money. Pass to Collinsworth. And stolen by Knight. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Lowe. Off target at the rim.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
To the inside. Jokic passes to Knight. He shoots again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nikola Jokic has great size and mobility. He's very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Denver making a switch here. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Nikola Jokic is really a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. This big fella has multiple skills, and there's not much he doesn't do well.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And so it's Orlando holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Eddie Jet Smith. Things were going Orlando's way from the beginning. A smoldering performance for them early as they shut down everything defensively and were clicking on offense, going 10-0 to start. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close, making all 5 of their last 5 shots of the period. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
They had a tremendous first half on the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The Nuggets shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Nikola Jokic, Murray out there with Porter, and it's Zagorac in at the shooting guard position. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. They'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Tuesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. They double him with Jokic. Okidi. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The pass to Zagorac. Porter in the corner. Murray outside. Passes to Zagorac. 5 on the clock. And that one hits back eye. Orlando's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. Here's Money. And another one. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And how about
that. What a sensational finish.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Good on the three-point shot. Murray's got 5 points so far.
Got to give respect to the range of Murray. I mean, he can nail it from distance.
Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. Got a hand on it. There's the triple. That one doesn't go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Count the basket. Money's got 53.
The second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Porter.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Off the inbound, no good. Pass to Collinsworth. Out to the wing. Okiti. That shot off the mark. Good defense by Jokic. Porter looking it over. Down low, here's Murray. And that one goes, feeding him with the lead pass.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And great with Michael Porter.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket, and don't let them set up the defense.
And Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Orlando, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Well, you look at Money, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Well, putback, great positioning on the putback.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Knocked loose. And he shoots it with authority.
And that is such a beautiful move, Kevin. Why go straight up when you can throw down the reverse?
Well, that one's going to have its share of time on the highlight reel for sure.
And it very well should. I mean, I'd be shocked if we see anything better than that tonight.
Porter kicks to Jokic. Pass to Eaton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Pushes it down to finish the break.
Getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the balls away with just such ease.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they created...
Come on now, bring the thunder, rock that rim.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Will it go? That shot off, and Orlando will come the other way. Vincent, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
For Orlando, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And so he makes both from the line. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Good, that's another bucket.
I mean, he's at 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish. Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Poke loose to the middle. Here's Money. Banked in off the glass. Money's got 14 points here in the second half.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And that's a foul called on Money. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. Oh, that was slick right there. Great timing to come up with that. And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
But I get shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. And another one falls.
And we've been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. The Nuggets shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. And it's White missing. Orlando's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. Here's Money. White covering. And the pass to Wiley. They get the rebound. And yes, it's good. 14 points for him.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
White the pass to Zizic. Kicks to Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And let's take a look now at Blake Griffin's numbers. A very nice season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Well, free throw drops for Griffin.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. Big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Murray.
Well, they're going to have to look elsewhere for points because he has pulled a Houdini and completely disappeared from the offense in this one. Just no production from him, and nothing seems to be in rhythm for him right now. It's just not his night.
They get a hand on it. To the middle. Here's Lowe. He doesn't hit that one. The Magic go the other way with it. Collinsworth, the pass to Money. Connects again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Denver's on 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Denver making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Here's Knight. He has 7. Low. And another miss by Denver. Pinson, guarded by Robinson. Passes it to Collinsworth. Here's Money. Inside. Here's Wiley. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. First free throw is good. Clark, when you were playing to complement your inside game, you had that wonderful mid-range jumper, but more and more, players are going away from it.
I think it's all driven by analytics, Kevin. I mean, everything is about the three-point shot, efficiency of your possessions, go for 3 when you can or get it to the rim. And that makes sense from a mathematical standpoint. From a game standpoint, though, if a quality shot is a mid-range shot for a good shooter, I think you should take them all the time. I mean, that would just be my posture. So I differ with the analytics. I understand what they say. But if I was coaching, guys get a good mid-range jumper from a quality shooter, we're shooting it every time.
First free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Nuggets shooting just 31% in the game. Robinson for 3. Riley with the rebound. Orlando's gone along perfectly from 3-point.
Oh, man.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Okay. Knight taking his time here. Outside Robinson. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end the run. Unable to get that one. And Orlando will come the other way. Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. You look at Money, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Low, the pass to Zizic. Robinson kicks to Zizic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Can't get it to fall.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And that one drops for him. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
1:51 left to play in the third. Here's Money. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
1:35 left to play here in the third. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. And that'll be his third foul so far. Fox, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Magic shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Here's Collinsworth. He's got 11. Out to the right wing. Here's Money. Puts up a 3. Drills it from outside.
Well, he's willed this team to the lead, demanding the rock and capitalizing with ease.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Knight, trying to find Fox. Gets it to him. Knight on the wing. He has 7. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Collinsworth's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Knight dishes to Fox. Outside Knight. Back to Fox. Three-pointer. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Five seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Money. No good. And so it's the Orlando Magic holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. To the middle. They get it again. And he goes in for the dunk.
Great effort on the boards, and what a move.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
And for Denver, Robinson is out there with Fox. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Eaton in at center. Orlando's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Here's Lowe. Off target with his 3. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Money. The shot will not fall. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort level with moving in that direction from an owner standpoint.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The first one falls.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
He's off on the second. Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Down low. And it's White missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
They get it back. O'Keefe, and he brings it home with one hand.
Been able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the body.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter, and the shot goes in.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Back to White. Lets it go from deep. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Money. Again, what an avalanche!
81 on the night, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Jokic, no good. Orlando's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Yeah, it looks too easy for him. Almost looks too easy for him, I should say, Greg. I mean, their chemistry really, really at a high level.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
We know Clark fans want to see star players. It's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course. So that's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, I mean, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
Porter's checked in for Denver. And he sinks the second. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Yet another bucket.
He's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Denver's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And White kicks to Jokic. Looking to end his cold spell, and the layup is good. Here's Money. Collinsworth, the pass to Money. Over to the left wing. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Wiley. Up and in on the way. Wiley's got 8 points in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And Jokic slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Nuggets shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. Offense not doing their best work of late. Left side, Porter. Harris outside. Like these days, less emphasis on divisional rivalries, more emphasis, it seems, on conference rivalries. Are you reading that the same way?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is because winning your division doesn't necessarily affect your playoff seeding the way it used to. And I think if we get rid of conferences, the rivalries could shift again. So I've already laid out my position on conferences. Let's stay East and West.
To the inside. Here's Jokic. It's blocked. Here's Money. It's stolen by Harris. Outside, Porter. Finds Porter. Rebound by the Magic.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Money, light covering. Here's Money. Here's Wiley. And he battles for the ball, gets the second change bucket. Wiley's got 18 points just in the second half.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Greg, I love his ability to carry his team for long stretches in games. And we're right now in one of those stretches. He's been doing this for a couple of games in a row now, so he's rolling.
Did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Outside Griffin. Misses the three. Orlando's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. To the middle, here's Murray. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Down low. And so Orlando again turning it over. And the Nuggets with some changes. Zizic comes in for Porter. And it's Fox in for Derek White. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting 31%. Not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Pass to Zizic. He kicks to Fox. In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, recent pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that. And for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love it.
Here's Money. Pass to Collinsworth. Pinson, guarded by Fox. Here's Money.
Chemistry at its best. Unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Here's Zizic. Murray, good.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
There's the pass to Collinsworth. Magic moving the ball around.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Great frustration right there. And I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Derek White checked in for Gary Harris. Here's Money, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
Denver with the ball. Feeds it to Harris. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. Right edge.
Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. And that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. That's his first foul. Robinson's checked in for the Nuggets. White comes in for Murray. Six to shoot. Passes it to Money. And goes. Incredible. 90.
A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. The Nuggets shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. And White kicks to Zizic. Back to White. You know, there's always this debate, Mark, that the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today.
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
Orlando's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. The steal. Fox with it. He feeds it to White. And it's blocked. They recover. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Free throw good. Zizic. Here's Money.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Orlando.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. Athletic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And I love what they accomplished here tonight. Made the plays they had to, and that's why they'll go up 1-0 in their season series against Denver.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Money.
Boy, I thought he did a little bit of everything out there tonight, Kevin. I mean, notching the triple-double in style. He was a difference maker.
Robinson misses. And it's Orlando's ball. Here's Money. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. And here's Harris from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
He's really a dangerous perimeter shooter. Harris is great at cashing in from this spot on the floor.
And another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates. And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
You know, can't afford these kinds of mistakes right now, Greg. It's as simple as that. They're making it hard on themselves.
Off the inbound pass. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.